We just had a whole discussion with little Jimmy Norton. By now you know it's all about him and his celebrity photos.
Well, that's top priority.
And Robert Plant will be at the XM compound down here in Washington, D.C. in a couple hours. We're not going to get him on the show.
No.
And if we did, I would pass out. I would just pass out. I mean, I love Nirvana and all that, but if I had to really think about my favorite band of all time, it has to be Zeppelin. It just has to be. Until the album Coda, they didn't make a bad song. Well, maybe Hot Dog, but Hot Dog was a little shaky. Yeah, when they were trying to do a little pop song thing. But, sure. But besides that, I mean, they made album after album after album. Every fucking song just rocked and was great. The writing, the playing. Yeah, he would be the one that would make me lose my mind if he walked through the studio. Hey, Anthony, what about you?
Me?
Yeah, we all know Norton's obsession with Ozzy. I finally figured out someone that is alive that I would freak out over, and that would be Robert Plant.
I think any of the members of ABBA. If I saw one of them, I would just... it's got to be my favorite of all time. No.
There's got to be one, no?
No. I really don't have one of those. Wow.
Maybe not even a music guest, like movie star, politician.
De Niro? Ooh, well, Bob.
Or Nicholson?
Well, there's a lot of those guys, but...
Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty, like that. Probably...
Ted Danson?
Maybe Ted Danson.
Sure.
Actor like De Niro, sure. That would really be kind of a tough interview or something like that if I saw him
Reggie Jackson?
In the studio.
No, you like Reggie?
I like Reggie, but it wouldn't really make me freak out or anything. I would freak out at, Pacino walking in and sitting down and having to carry on an interview with him. I'd be all, da. You look over. I remember one of the first interviews I ever had to do for radio when I just got into the biz, Opie. Me and you over there up in Boston.
Pauly Shore?
Yes. No. Jesus.
Bill Maher?
No. It was Eddie Van Halen.
Oh, my God, yeah.
We were backstage. We were broadcasting backstage. Never really expected to talk to the guys. And they walked right in by where we were broadcasting.
At the Worcester Central.
Yeah. And they walked by, and we had mics. Obviously, we're doing a show, and kind of stood up with the mic and leaned over the table and said, Eddie, come here, and started asking him questions. And I didn't even know what I was saying. All I could do was look at him, like I'm holding the mic, and I'm staring at him going, holy shit, it's Eddie Van Halen. He's like a foot away from me. And that was kind of weird and freaky, because growing up, Van Halen, stop.
One of the silliest moments we ever had, because you just brought back a memory for me, was MTV Music Awards.
Yeah. And
we just finished our broadcast, and Rick, our old producer, we're going up the stairs, remember?
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm about to say. And all of a sudden, Rick runs up to John Bon Jovi and goes, hey, I'm Rick from, I produce the Opie and Anthony show, and you want to talk to Opie and Anthony, whatever. And John Bon Jovi freaks out, I swear to God, and goes...
Yeah, that was weird.
He goes, Opie and Anthony here? Where? And so Rick points down the stairs. So John Bon Jovi runs down the stairs. He's now 6 inches in front of my face. And then as John Bon Jovi's like, you guys rock, we listen to you all the time, all of a sudden, Richie's further up the stairs and goes, John, Opie and Anthony here? And he runs down the stairs. Now
and they're telling us how much they love this show. Yeah. They're quoting bits. Yeah. And we're just looking at them like, holy shit, it's Bon Jovi.
Yeah, and so now we got John Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora 6 inches from our face just saying how much they love the show. And I guess what happened was the drummer of the band is the real fan. I forgot his name, of Bon Jovi.
Yeah, Pico Torres.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. And he was listening to the show and told the guys about us when they were practicing in Jersey and stuff. So I guess they would listen to the show, during their downtime.
Yeah.
And there you have, like Ann said, you have John Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora quoting bits, butt plug, and all this crap. And the only thing I could say is, you guys are pretty cool, too.
Yeah. You guys rock.
I just lost my mind. I mean, it was such a surreal moment,
It was really weird.
You guys like rock, too.
By the way, I don't want to forget to plug my new friend's CD. It's called The Mighty Rearranger. That's Robert Plant's new CD.
Your new pal.
Yeah, so getting back to that, so Jimmy's like, it looks like there might be a problem with me and my Robert Plant picture. And I looked right at Jimmy. I'm like, it's just not happening.
I disagree with you, man.
It's not going to happen.
Disagree.
Yeah. So then Jimmy goes, well, then he's going to have to deal with a trashing the next 2 days on the radio show.
Threat.
And I'm like,
threat by Jimmy.
Don't worry, Jimmy. He's not listening. We're not going to blow your moment. Look, Jimmy's freaking out. Jimmy, we have to talk about this on the air. Now he's freaking out, like Robert Plant's in his Escalade listening to the Opie and Anthony program on the way to the XM compound.
I like the fact that Jimmy's putting a little muscle.
Now you don't get the picture. You're going to blame me, right?
No.
Yeah.
All right. But it was just funny that you know, like Plant's going to care what we have to say about him.
He better. That's right. He better take a picture with our little Jimmy.
I had another 10 minutes on this bit, but I see your face all stop, so you have a shot at your little picture with Robert Plant.
Thank you.
I don't want to ruin things.
I got a whole thing of bullet points to get into here, but
maybe Bobby Plant is now walking under one of those sound things that broadcast.
And maybe he just listened to all the nice things we just said about him, and he's going to walk right in here. You never know.
I don't think he's here yet, actually. His people are here, but I don't think he's here yet.
I said, as far as I'm concerned, it never got bigger than Zeppelin.
His people are here? He's got like an advanced team?
Robert Plant? Yeah, management and all, and the band, of course.
Isn't that amazing?
Dude, I have somebody show up like Club Soda Kenny comes with me, and I'm a nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you make a point there.
All right, I'll shut up, because I don't want to wreck your moment.
No, you'll be very jealous if I come back tomorrow with a Robert Plant picture and you miss it by an hour.
No, because we're not leaving till, 2 or so.
A mighty rearranger.
By the way, when Opie says we're not leaving till 2, that does not include me.
No.
Like I said last week, I will need a vehicle that is warmed up, in drive, ready to go by the door. And I will be whisked away to the train station for my choo-choo train.
And has an 1107.
Yeah, I'm on the 1107.
Anthony's not even here anymore. We taped this yesterday.
Yeah, I'm already home.
Hey,
wonderful. Yes.
Megan's asking what time specifically you would like your vehicle to...
11:05. He ain't kidding.
It must be.
Why are you questioning
it? Yes. Immediately.
From the time that we end the show
now.
at like 10:56...
Yeah.
However long it takes Anthony to walk to the door starting at 10:56.
You know why? Because things just kind of take time. I could say, I want to be out of here by 11:30 for a 12 o'clock train or something. But, and then 11:30 rolls around. It's like, we'll find this one. This one wants to do this. But no. 11. My coat's on. Vroom. Choo-choo. Homeward bound.
I want to stick around because I'm picking up my Alpaca today. And
what?
And I got to figure out how to get it back to New York City.
A what?
What is that?
I'm buying a Alpaca.
What is an alpaca?
This is how boring our lives are when we're on the road. We went out to dinner, and like Anthony said, we were all kind of back in our rooms by 8:30.
Oh, what a late night. Getting all tipsy on my 2-3 glasses of wine.
And I was watching TV, and a local commercial came on. They're selling these alpacas.
Yeah. Okay.
They're selling alpacas down here.
Yeah, they're trying to off these things like
so you could be your own Dr. Doolittle.
Dr. Doolittle.
That's
they're
all
trying
I
to
know.
off these like it's fun for the kids.
Yeah.
It's a friggin' what is it? It's a llama.
I don't know. It's like
it's what amounts to a llama, and they're trying to sell them like
they got
like a pet.
I guess they have alpaca farms down here. Because they even said, I guess they have a website. Go to this website before everyone slams it. I'm holding up the website.
I wonder what it is. I don't even know.
No.
EATABULLET.
No, I mean obviously alpacas in the address of the website.
You don't know what the actual
exactly, Anthony. Exactly. So I guess they have these alpaca farms. I guess they have these alpaca farms in the area, and you go there with your kids, and you can pick out an alpaca for yourself. It's like the latest craze in exotic pets, I guess. The ferrets had their run for a while, but now it's all about the alpacas.
Alpaca.
And it's a local commercial, so there's farms in the area that have these damn things.
It's not like anybody can get one.
What?
This is a farm animal.
That's what I'm saying. They're big, but they showed the kids playing with them. And I'm thinking, I got some outdoor space in Manhattan. Maybe I'll have an alpaca running around.
Wow. Yeah, they have a lifespan of 15 to 20 years.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
The kid won't be heartbroken right away like a goldfish or something.
And they look like llamas? Llamas? Llamas.
They look
Jesus.
like a llama.
Black llama?
Hey, I corrected myself really fast. Boss would have said, why? Jesus.
Oh, black llama. It's a llama.
That's good.
Hey, the llama.
Llama. They look like llamas, right, Anthony?
Yeah, it says alpacas are a lifestyle choice with benefits and opportunities for the whole family. What? What they've been looking for in terms of relaxation and fun and potential source of income. You breed them, and I guess you can make money selling them.
It's an investment opportunity?
Oh, it's such an that's what they're trying to pass it off as.
That's why people aren't enrolling in their 401k plans, Anthony.
Yeah.
They're investing in alpacas.
And fur. You could cut off their fur and sell their fleece for fun and profit.
Mike on Long Island is writing on the phones here. It says alpacas are raised for coats only.
Really?
I guess their fur is very valuable.
You don't have to kill it, though, do you?
No,
you skin it?
I think you just do what you do with the sheep.
You shave it?
You shave it and make it look silly.
Make it look all silly out there?
Right.
Because you can't shave his face or his head, so he's got the puffy poodle head.
Who didn't have
an emaciated little body?
Who didn't have a dog growing up where you made it look silly because you thought it needed to be cooler in the summer?
You need a haircut.
Right.
We shave it.
We had collies that we shaved down to the skin.
Oh, you didn't.
Collie? You got to think the collie hated you, man.
Collies are beautiful dogs.
Right.
Unless you shave them.
Our collie looked a little hot in the summer, so we decided it needed to be shaved down.
Dogs know how to regulate their heat in the summertime.
Yeah, I think the dogs live their lives just fine before human contact. I don't think we need to dress them up in little coats so you can walk them around on the Upper West Side with their little coat, little dog booties.
They got their booties on so they don't get the salt from the sidewalk when it snows on their pads because it dries them out. And then the old bags have to rub lotion into their pads. Yeah, they treat these things like royalty.
I want to walk around the Upper West Side with an alpaca.
So they're selling those around here? Is that an exclusive thing to this area?
I guess. I've never seen a commercial for an alpaca. The website's called ilovealpacas.com. ALPACAS.
Oh. You want me to eat your pussy? Just shave your alpaca.
Yeah, I love that. I want you, me, Betsy, the alpaca.
You're so fucking hot, I want to shave you.
Oh, that's true, Ben. Thank you. An alpaca already walks to the Upper West Side. His name's Howard.
Oh. Wow. I never noticed the
Ben being funny for once. Very good.
Kind of a resemblance there.
Well, he does have that fake hair that I'm sure he spent a lot of money for.
Well, since
that's breaking news to you folks?
I didn't know.
Oh, Howard has been plugging for many, many years. Many, many years.
What, phone?
We got the inside scoop on that years ago when a client came to NEW.
Oh, right.
Let's go to Rob Dibble. Mr. Dibble?
Gentlemen.
Rob?
Hi.
Rob Dibble, it's Opie, Anthony, Jim Norton. How are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm hanging in there.
This is not a good idea, I just realized. We're on a delay.
Really?
Yeah, we're on like a 2-second delay that never was fixed. And we want to do our interview with Rob Dibble about Barry Bonds and the steroid thing, which is just, building up more and more steam as the days go on here. See? Delay.
Well, I mean,
Rob?
I could work the delay because we've been doing it on a dual satellite deal. Kevin Kennedy's been in Arizona and I'm in Florida, so I'll just pause after you guys ask me the question.
Hey, Anthony, you want to do the whole over thing? I think Rob Dibble is smart enough to do the over thing.
Yeah,
the listeners didn't pick up on this, but
we've been trying to do this. We figured we'd work it like a ham radio or something, and when you're done and when we're done, we'll just say over, and that'll let the person know that it is now time for you to talk. Over.
All right, so let's get into the Barry Bonds stuff. He's just being so overly dramatic. It's, why me? Why am I getting dragged into this? Make sure all the cameras see me and my son. And I just think he's blowing smoke. I think he's going to play sometime during the season as soon as his knee is ready. But I think it's, let me try and reverse all the attention and throw it back on the media and get some sympathy from the public. And then, now you look at me in a different light. Over?
Hey, Rob, you don't think his career is over?
No, I don't think his career is over. And anybody who has...
I heard you say over.
Oh, I'm sorry, I said the over word. But he's got 5-10 people around him that take care of him. They get him ready to play baseball. That's what he loves doing. He wants to be the guy with all those, records at the end of his career and put himself apart from anybody that's ever played the game. So not going to give up and until he's passed everybody and over.
Yeah, he's an egomaniac. He wants that Hank Aaron record, don't you think? He's only 52 homers away. I was thinking, though, that he's coming up with all these excuses because this has been discussed on a lot of the sports channels. You know, the steroid thing is getting pretty serious, and if he retires now, he has his reputation intact. Over?
Well, I think, his reputation is fine. I mean, it's never been proven that... he extensively used anything illegal. He admitted under the grand jury when he was doing his testimony that, I used the clear and the cream, but my, trainer never told me what it was. So, that makes me not guilty. But, he's a guy that is in great physical condition. And he could play till he's 45. When you're making $18 million a year, you've been doing this for, most of your life. There's nothing else that he can do except play Major League Baseball, and he knows that. The Giants know that. He's got the Giants over barrel because they backed out of this part of the deal that he had to have 500 plate appearances this year, and then the next year would kick in on his contract, $18 million per. They took that out of the language. They took that language out of his contract, so now he doesn't even have to play this year. He can milk that knee injury and still make $18 million. So it's a power play. It's almost something you do when you're negotiating your contract. But for him, it's basically I think he's trying to negotiate his reputation. Remember, you got Kimberly Bell, the alleged girlfriend of 9 years. She's testified before the grand jury now. She's saying that he said he used steroids and all that stuff. So he's trying to protect what little reputation he's going to have left if it is true that he had that 9-year affair with this woman. Over.
Well, I think how come McGuire has taken so much heat? Then he didn't fess up to anything, and people are already talking about stripping him of records and how his reputation is destroyed. They're really going to crack down on him, but he pretty much did the same thing. He just hasn't been fessing up.
And they're threatening, and they're also threatening to vote him out of the Hall of Fame. Well, he's not in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry.
If you're going to jump in during the time I'm saying, you have to say breaker, breaker.
Oh, breaker, breaker. This just in. They're starting to talk about not voting him into the Hall of Fame now. Over.
Well, in McGuire's situation, he didn't handle the media crush in '98 that well. He did get accustomed to it by the end of the year, but he's not a great public speaker, so he got bad legal advice to not answer anything. Say, I don't want to bring up the past. Let's look to the future. Let's keep it positive. But had he answered some of the questions truthfully, I think his reputation wouldn't have taken such a hit. Even his former manager, Tony La Russa, who's been in his corner since day one, even questioned why didn't he say more. So he did the wrong thing. He should have been truthful without ever admitting that he took steroids, because they weren't even testing for steroids before that he quit baseball. So really you have nothing on Mark McGuire except his own word, and he just made himself look bad when he was testifying before that Senate hearing. Over.
Well, now, do you think that it was the actual testimony or the fact that he showed up wearing horseshoes and carrying a Buick? Over?
Actually, in his case, he's trying to get on the Pro Golfers Tour. And so he's probably dropped 50, 60 pounds, and that didn't help his case, trying to say that it didn't take any enhancing drugs. Then you add the testimony, you add the little grandfather glasses that he had on there. He looked so different than the Mark McGuire in 1998 that hit 70 home runs, and I think that really affected the public's image. But you know what, being down here all week, most of the true baseball fans, I don't really believe that they care. It's the media hype behind it. It's all media driven. Once the media dies down about all the steroid use and stuff like that, even in the Todd Helton case, where you have the guy with the St. Louis Cardinals that's saying that he knows that he used steroids, Don Baylor told him to get off steroids and stuff like that. Todd Helton said, listen, once one guy gets caught using steroids, then people will be like, okay, the drug policy's working, and we can move on. And I think that's what's going to happen once some idiot gets caught using steroids. Over.
I don't really care what these guys do or take. It makes the game much more exciting. And if they want to fuck up their bodies, who cares? And it's not about the children like they're trying to say. Over.
Breaker.
Oh, Jimmy?
I didn't know that Mark McGwire was a golfer. I had no idea. Are there a lot of golfers in baseball? Over.
As soon as you retire, you become a golfer. A lot of starting pitchers are
never
golfers.
Retire.
A lot of coaches. It's just a question of, you have nothing to do with your time. And he lives a quiet life wherever he's living. I think he's out there in Missouri somewhere, just having a nice, quiet life. And I think for Mark McGwire and some of the other guys, it doesn't even matter, like you said, who is doing this stuff. That it's a selfish decision. It's centered upon the ball player. He wants to be the best he can be. He wants to be better than the other guys, so he tries to gain a little bit of an edge. But, I played with guys that use steroids. I've seen the guys and the effects that it does to them. And in my experience, it hasn't made them any better. I think it's weakened their bodies. They have, career-ending injuries quicker than normal guys. So I think it's something in baseball. It's not really conducive to being a superstar player. I think that's so overrated, and it's just media hype because the media has nothing to talk about. Nobody cares about the NFL. They could use all the steroids they want and be 400-pound guys running 4.40s. Nobody cares about basketball or hockey. It's baseball is our national pastime, and we don't want cheaters in the game. Yet there's guys that are doing far worse than steroids playing Major League Baseball. And that to me, it's just hypocritical of some of the media.
Bravo.
And you kind of wish they would just admit it. I mean, they have a great life. They make millions of dollars. You retire, you just become like a lazy golfer.
Well, to me, if I had a cocaine problem or a drinking problem or steroid problem, that's my business. And I don't have to admit that to anybody unless you catch me. And Major League Baseball, the union is there to protect the players. And people, I think they have it wrong, that it's protecting the players from themselves. Because the players are just like any other normal humans. I mean, they're going to have social problems like everybody else. But it's, once you become a public figure, and this is the funny thing when I was watching these Senate hearings, how about we drug test you guys? You want to drug test us?
Yeah.
How about we drug test you guys?
Yeah, I think it's a little more important what they're doing than playing baseball. Yeah, start testing Congress for drugs.
Congress. Can you imagine what they would find in their
testing
their blood
those sons
tests?
of bitches? It's what this is. This is the new indecency thing. Remember when the indecency issue was the big thing? It has calmed down. Think about it. They were holding congressional hearings on indecency. Every other week, another show was being yanked off the air for saying something stupid. And that died down, and now the steroids thing is the big thing. And Congress is involved, and they're holding hearings, and the baseball players, it's in the news every day. This will die down, too. And the next thing, the press absolutely does hype this stuff and gets it to the point where Congress figures it's a great way to get their names out there. And they jump on the bandwagon.
We have to start a campaign. We should get the senators and Congress to
They should be drug tested.
Yes.
We should know what kind of drugs these guys are on because they're pretty much running our lives. Yeah.
That's a great observation.
It's funny because the next couple of days after these Senate hearings, now they're involved in the Terry Schiavo case, and they're the right to life, and they're all jumping on that bandwagon. How about bringing our guys back from Iraq? How about cleaning up?
There you go.
How about cleaning up Social Security? Do stuff that we elected you to do, not stuff we don't need you to do. And I think it's like having that crazy uncle that always wants to butt into your business. I think that's what these guys at the House of Representatives are like, my crazy uncle.
What do you think of Terry Schiavo? Live or die?
That's a tough question. I'm a quality of life person. I know that I've told the people that are my family that if I'm ever in that situation, that it's time for me to go, and that's my personal issue. That my quality of life. If I can't be out there doing things that I want to do, spending time with my children, I don't want to be kept alive by anything else but what I'm supposed to be kept alive from, which is breathing air and drinking water.
And finally, Rob, the Patrick O'Brien sex tapes. What do you think? Have you heard them?
No, I haven't, but I'd love to get my hands on it because it's pretty damn boring down here in Fort Myers, Florida. You have a choice of going to the 8-ball. You have a chance to go in the 8-ball lounge to play billiards or go to Hooters. So that's about it down here in Fort Myers.
And
wow.
And the talent at Hooters has gone downhill over the years. Way downhill.
Talent.
I'm telling you, when Hooters first popped up in Florida when I was visiting my sister back in the day, it was unbelievable. But now Ant and I have talked about there's a Hooters in like Bayshore, Long Island. What kind of talent is working at that Hooters joint?
Yeah.
You want to see the pieces of asses.
Like, beautiful Jewish women running around with big Hooters there?
South Shore.
Not really. Not really. All right, Rob, we'll let you go. If you have 202 on your MiFi, we did a whole thing on the Pat O'Brien stuff. The tapes are just priceless.
You hear it unedited on our program.
Yeah, we can't get enough of the tapes, so.
Well, maybe we can rerun that on the MLB network. I'm sure our bosses would love it.
Oh, I'm certain.
That'd be great. You do a great show with Kevin Kennedy. It's called The Show, and you guys are live from Florida, spring training, all this week from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and that's on Channel 175 on XM.
All right, you guys take care. Over.
Bye, Mr. Dibble. Over.
Over and out.
Thank you, Rob. It's Rob Dibble, everyone. All right. It's tough to do the interview with the little delay on the phone.
Yep.
The over thing does work, though.
Yep.
Lets you know when they're done. You don't step on each other like that.
Okay, why don't we take a break? We're going to have Dee Dee come in one more time to do the news. Maybe talk to her mom one last time, right? Mm-hmm. Before we say goodbye to Dee Dee for a while.
Yeah, because she's down here. And
she's
we're
down here,
there.
and we're up in New York. And
she's here, we're there.
Yes, Ben?
Dee Dee has a major announcement as well.
A major announcement?
Yes.
What, she just realized she woke up and she has a job with XM?
Hey. She came out of a blackout in a bathroom stall with Jose Canseco putting a needle in his ass.
Dee Dee has a major announcement.
It's actually a company announcement. So.
Ooh, an XM announcement.
XM announcement.
Nice.
Ooh.